Hi everybody, it's episode number 212 of the Tommy Maroon Sports Show right here on WCTV. Well, no more Guardians, and the Cavs regular season doesn't start for a little while, so it's just going to be picks and then some previews. So let's get right to Tommy's picks, shall we? And let's see it right there. The recap from last week. Avon beat Midview 45-7. Homestead Falls took down Avon Lake 49-24. Shaker Heights beat Strongsville 23-7. Mentor shut out Brunswick. They were my lock of the week, 41-0. Holman took down Glenville 28-16. Walsh beat NDC on a 34-0 shutout. And the good guys, that's right, the Highland Hornets, took those Minutemen to school despite being on the road. We show Revere who's boss with a 56-20 trouncing. That was a lot of fun. Two of their three touchdowns came in garbage time too, so there was that. Kenston is the first team to beat Riverside this season, 36-35. How about Kenston right there? And Chardon beat Mayfield 49-7. It's worth knowing that Kenston was my upset of the week. Bay beat Westlake 44-28. Valley Forge took down Buckeye 28-17. Norton defeats Cloverleaf 48-12. And it's worth knowing that Valley Forge beat Buckeye because that's Buckeye's first loss of the season, and Valley Forge is battling for a playoff spot, which is really hard to believe. And Columbia beat Clearview by a final score 20-13. What was Fox 8's game of the week? How about this? A high-scoring shootout down in Copley, 51-47. Barberton took home the win. And Wadsworth dismantles Stowe 49-7. And then in another high-scoring shootout, Cleveland Heights defeats Medina 62-52. Hudson beat Nordonia 17-14. Berea Mid-Park took down North Ridgeville 31-7. Brecksville took down Padua 35-20, and last but not least, Lake beat Hoover. Lake beat Hoover by a final score of 21-7. So with that being said, let's go to D3 football. Mount Union won again, unfortunately, 41-3. And Lacrosse beat Whitewater on a 51-yard kick. My goodness, 51 yards. Gave them the win at the buzzer, 37-34 on the road too, where it was one of the most watched games in the history of D3 football, attendance-wise. And you know what? You got to invest in D3 athletes, I'm just saying. Winfield destroyed Lewis and Clark 57-15. Mary Hardin Baylor took down Texas Lutheran 55-21. John Carroll escaped with a win, 31-28 out at Don Drum Stadium out there. What else happened, folks? Salve Regina beat Coast Guard 38-7. Moravian beat Catholic University 36-28. Hanover shut out Bluffton 21-zip. Case shut out St. Vincent 19-0. Hope beat Albion 14-6. And DePaul beat Denison 17-6. Westminster beat Bethany 42-6, while Mount St. Joe's destroys Defiance 62-21. And then Wabash defeats Worcester 45-35. And Augustana took down Milliken 42-3. And oh ye gods, Lake Forest 76, Lawrence nothing. That's hard to believe. But what's also hard to believe, because I got it wrong, is that Cornell took down Beloit 36-24. Now it's time for the NFL. First things first was the Thursday night game. Thursday night snooze fest again for poor Al Michaels. It was the Sea Bears that won. I can't believe it. The Bears won a game, and Justin Fields did not look bad out there. 40-20 over the Commies. What else happened? Yes, a London game featuring the Jaguars and the Bills. And the Jaguars won. My goodness, how about that? Jaguars won by a final score 25-20. They had some big plays towards the end of the game. It was 7-11 at one point. And then the Falcons beat the Texans by a final score of, 21-19. And the Lions, my lock of the week, 42, Panthers 24. Colts beat the Titans 23-16. Another Free Willy win. They're 4-1 on the season, 31-16 win over the Giants. And then the Saints shut out the Patriots. They shut out the Patriots. The Patriots have been horrible this season. I think it's well past time for Mr. Bill Belichick to retire. And the Steelers beat the Ravens on a late rally right there to take them down 17-10. Of course, they scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Just kidding. They got a safety in that game. I repeat, a safety and a field goal. It was 10-5 at one point, 10-8 Ravens. And then the Steelers offense finally woke up, unfortunately. The Bengals beat the Cardinals 34-20. Eagles beat the Rams 23-14. And then the Jets came back with a good win over the Magic School Buses. Lost episode. The Magic School Bus lost 31-21. What happened was Russell Wilson was threatening to drive with something. He got strip sacked with a minute to go. Jets defender picks up the football, runs it in the end zone for the game-sealing touchdown, and Sean Payton let Russell Wilson hear it. My goodness, it's just been a disaster of a season. And Nathaniel Hackett gets revenge on the Broncos. Chiefs beat the Vikings 27-20. 49ers won on Sunday night 42-10. And George Kittle had 3 receiving touchdowns. My goodness. And the Raiders beat the Packers on Monday night last night 17-13. So last week in high school football, at least, I went an unbelievable 18-2 with 20 points. That puts me at a 126-34 record, 138 points. D3 football, 11-6, 12 points. I'm 71-31 so far in the season. And the NFL, I went 8-6 with 9 points, which means I'm 43-36 in the NFL. Absolutely unpredictable, absolutely scripted, as everybody knows by now. The scriptwriters still going bonkers as they always do. Time for Tommy's picks. Yes, sir. Let's look at that right there. Lake Catholic against Walsh, picking Lake Catholic. They are home. They have been the surprisingly hot team this season. I think they can pick up the win. St. M against VASJ, picking St. Vincent, St. Mary. NDCL against Padua, picking Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. My lock of the week comes in the National Conference, where the Hudson Explorers will beat the North Royalton Bears without any issues. And speaking of teams that will win without any issues, the Highland Hornets. That's right, we're going to beat the Cuyahoga Falls Tigers without any issues. If we dismantled Roosevelt 2 weeks ago, if we dismantled Revere last week, had running clocks in both of those games, we should, I repeat, should have a running clock against the Black Tigers. Here's an upset. Barberton will beat Aurora. And Nordonia will beat Stowe. That's not an upset, but here's a good game for you. Medina, Shaker Heights, I'm picking the Red Raiders. And then Brunswick against Solon, picking Solon. Brea Mid Park against Olmsted Falls, picking Olmsted Falls. Amherst against Avon, I am picking Avon. And by the way, for Brea Mid Park, Olmsted Falls, I'm rooting for those, who do you call them? Brea Mid Park Titans out at Finney Stadium that day. I won't be going there, of course, but I will be, what do you call it? The Highland game. So hopefully they win, because that'll benefit the Hornets really well. And after that, there is McKinley against Glen Oak, picking McKinley to win that. Madison Washington against Harding, picking the Tigers. Benedictine Bengals will beat Brush. Avon Lake will beat North Ridgeville, my friends. Unfortunately, I really want North Ridgeville to win that game because it benefits the Hornets. It gives us a cushion, but that looks like it won't happen. Strongsville Mentor picking the Cardinals. Lorraine's going to beat Bedford. Brecksville over Twinsburg. And, of course, the last two, Talmadge will beat Roosevelt in American Conference play. And in the Federal League, Green's going to take down Hoover. D3, which is better than D1 in my opinion. River Falls against Whitewater. Two good Wisconsin schools going in. I'm picking River Falls. Winfield's my lock of the week against Georgia Fox. John Carroll against Ohio Northern. Picking the Streaks. Hope will pull off an upset against Alma. Gettysburg will beat Muhlenberg. Geneva will beat Teal. Wabash over Denison. Hiram will beat Ohio Wesleyan. Coming over Catholic. Trine Thunder will beat Olivet. The Case Western Reserve Spartans will beat Westminster. Pioneers over the Quakers. Who else? There's Stevens Point against two more Wisconsin schools. I'm picking Stevens Point. Speaking of Wisconsin, Oshkosh against Eau Claire. Picking Oshkosh. Oberlin against Wittenberg. Should be a good one, but I'm going with the Tigers out of that. And I think the Princes will beat the Cardinals of Otterbein. And we got to bounce back against Muskingum because it's just been a rough one for us. My goodness. Hopefully we can get to 3-3 again, but Muskingum won't be the easiest thing in the world. I'm picking the Yellow Jackets, though. Please, I hope I'm right. Time for the NFL. Thursday Night Football is going to be a snooze fest again. Chiefs are playing the Magic School Bus. I'm locking it with the Chiefs because, come on, that's just bound to happen. Ravens will beat the Titans. Who else? Falcons, Commies picking the Falcons. Sea-Bears against the Vikings. Someone's got to win that game and get some false hope for the season. That team that gets false hope will be the Minnesota Vikings. Cincinnati Bengals host the Seattle Seahawks after the Seahawks fresh off a bye week, picking the Seahawks. 49ers against the Browns. The Browns are going to get destroyed, and all my hopes and dreams of a good season and Browns Lions Super Bowl will die immediately. Good God. Texans against the Saints, picking the Texans. Jaguars against the Colts, picking the Jaguars. It's going to be free will against the Panthers. That game looks like it's going to be a blowout. Miami to win that. And then what's this I see again? Is that Tank Bowl? Yes! Tank Bowl, Raiders, Patriots. I never thought I'd ever put Patriots in a Tank Bowl before. I'm pretty sure your name tree never did that either. But here we are right now going to do Patriots, Raiders. And I think the Raiders should win that game because Bill Belichick looks like the worst coach ever right now. And he probably wants to cry in his bed. My goodness. My goodness. Rams against the Cardinals. No, Buccaneers will upset the Lions. The Rams will beat the Cardinals. Jets, Eagles looks like another one-sided affair. I'm picking the Eagles. Bills, Giants, because we can't have enough blowouts this week. I'm picking the Bills. Chargers, Cowboys. Finally a good game on primetime Monday night. I'm picking the Cowboys. So that's all I got for Tommy's picks. But we're not done just yet. Girls soccer, boys soccer, and volleyball all going in the playoffs right now in like a week or so. Not now, of course, but next week, I believe, will be playoff time. Let's look at Highland because, you know me, I'm a Highland kid. There are some Highland people at Wadsworth. So looking at it, the girls soccer team, the Highland Hornets are, let's see here, the number 3 seed of the region. Highest seed in the district. My goodness. We will await the winner of Wadsworth and Brecksville on October 19th. At 6 p.m. we're home. And then the winner of that game takes on the winner of Westlake Revere. We defeated Revere 5-0 earlier this season. And district finals will be at O'Leary on October 26th at 6 p.m. We have never won the region, let alone district, in girls soccer, but that has to change this year. But it won't be easy. Brunswick and Avon are two factors that are going to be considered when we play, if we play in the district finals. Of course, I have my faith in those girls and Coach Zufall. Have my faith in them. And then this is part of the Toledo region, which means that if we get out of the district, we have to go out west. Yeah, we're always putting the Toledo regions for some odd reason. We should be favored to make district finals, but let's hope it happens. But yeah, we're always part of Toledo regions. But you know who's not part of a Toledo region? the boys soccer team is. Yeah, how about that? Number 13 in the region, only Medina, Worcester, and who else? Wadsworth are higher. We take on Barberton on the 17th at home at 6 p.m. Winner hosts Firestone for what should be an easy win on the 21st at 7 p.m. Hopefully, I think we'll be able to broadcast it. I don't know, folks. What I do know is that if we win the game, we will likely go play Medina at a neutral site. West Bedford, Garrett Morgan pull off a mammoth upset. District Finals is on October 28th at 2 p.m., which means I won't be able to broadcast it. I got BW Capital football game and it's Parents Weekend as well, so my mom and dad are going to be there as well. I really hope we can win that region. Region and district. And speaking of stuff we need to repeat in, actually, we need to repeat the volleyball district and actually win the region this year. We made it to the Elite Eight last year. However, this year won't be that easy. We are in some stiff competition. We're the 12 seed, and losses to, Aurora and Copley have definitely hurt us. And we have Avon Lake, Worcester, Magnificat, and Olmsted Falls in our district. We beat Avon Lake earlier this season in an upset, but we lost to Olmsted Falls earlier in the season. We host Elyria on October 17th, 7:30 p.m. So once that soccer game is over, we will dart right on over to the, volleyball game. And then the winner of that will likely take on, we play Westlake on the 19th at 7:30, also at home. And then the winner of that will likely take on Avon Lake. Hopefully we beat Avon Lake again. Anything you can do once, you can do twice. District semifinals and finals will be in Midview. I forgot to mention that the boys soccer district finals will be out at Brunswick on October 28th. This is the toughest road in my opinion. And just like girls soccer, it's in the Toledo region rather than the Cleveland region. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. That means long bus rides again. We had to go to Norwalk last year to get to the regional semifinals and ultimately the regional finals, and what was definitely a phenomenal run. Well, I hope we can do it. You never know what can happen, folks. Should be some fun. It should be a lot of fun. Looking at stuff right now. Looking at a lot of stuff right now. Let's look. Next week is more Tommy's Picks. And the week after that, we get to, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yes, sir, the Cleveland Cavaliers will be back in 2 weeks from now. Thank the Lord. I can't believe it. It should be exciting. You know, it's also exciting times here on WCTV where we have a lot of fun. So stay tuned for your local programming right here on WCTV. And until then, I'm Tommy Maroon. Thanking you for watching. I will see you next week. Goodbye.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.